Harold Halibut. So I lied a little bit whenever I said that this game, I didn't understand why it was 42 gigabytes, but the truth is that I do understand why it's 42 gigabytes because it's a stop motion video game, and that's gonna run you some gigs, you know. I can't imagine how big this game will be whenever it actually ends up releasing, but here we go. Let's give it a try and see how this one goes. Play about 30 minutes of it and then wrap up towards the end of time. I do think this is a pretty lengthy demo, so we probably won't get through but a chunk. But we do what we got to do. Unity and Fmod, love to see it. Stop motion video game, Harold Halibut. I'm thinking eerie, thinking creepy, thinking mysterious, spooky. Fish. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. I thought he was going to hit that rock. Okay, we got some kind of expedition city down here. Oh. It's a strip mall. Okay. Wow. I mean, I don't know, but they said it was stop motion, so I'm assuming this is stop motion. They sure do look CG. They look very CG, but is it CG generated to look like a stop motion, or is it stop motion?
Harold, I'm afraid I need you to come with me.
Oh, hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine, your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But wait, I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
But only last month, it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
It looks really good for what it's worth.
Fell foul of the end-user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes not to see you again soon, Harold.
Production company that made Wallace and Gromit has enough clay to make one more movie, and when it's done, company that made the clay is bankrupt. Stop motion just reminded me. Interesting. Oh.
Mr. Halibut, do you really want to incur the fine for resisting the proxy payment procedure and temporary confinement protocol?
No.
The other fine? Okay. No more fines. Sorry.
Look at that motion blur.
So, what are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for Allwater?
What? No, I meant because it was a joke, doofus.
Brother works at Lycan. I'm really excited for their next movie.
Yeah. Could you let me wait in peace now?
Oh, sure. Will do. Have fun.
So he's Adrian Brody,
Come on,
right? Like 150%.
Before you say anything,
Whatever your excuse is, it'll have to wait. Busy, busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
freedom! Have fun, Harold!
More Adrian Brody than actual Adrian Brody. A little bit.
We reluctantly interrupt your daily
Quintessential Brody.
For some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company,
Like your hair.
we seem to have discovered something super cool.
Professional.
Please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre for some important information.
Oh, Harold, here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and
Brody.
fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
That motion blur is
Mr.
weird.
Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
It's like uncanny.
Ticket home?
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
Good voice acting. Do I need to grab it? Did I already?
Every time I need
Fixed
you,
camera who?
something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time.
This must have an underlying cause. I remember when you were still in school and your teacher telling me about how you would just...
Do you think the makers of this game have ever seen a Wes Anderson film?
Her even shouting at you. It's like you never snapped out of that daydream.
Oh, it's the guy.
I was never in a daydream, just the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds,
Box trolls, a little
or
bit.
never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
Eesh. I'm sorry, Professor.
That's rough. That's a rough quote. Oh. Okay. Wait, where was I going? Oh, I'm there. Okay. Can't stand when they give me options.
Destination chosen. We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey. Please exit the tube in an orderly manner. We hope you travel with us again soon.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving? A man has a right to know.
Destination decided. Enjoy the
So the gameplay style so far reminds me a ton of Sierra games. Like just kind of
I'm
weirdly
tired of
walking,
chasing
like you don't really
after
feel like you're in control of your character necessarily.
What's a butterfly? That sounds silly.
A butterfly is an insect from Earth. They had beautiful patterns on their wings and drank pollen from flowers. I suppose you could
Pretty
say
strange
they
French
often
animated
lived
film
in,
with a similar vibe.
extra natural moments in life. On the other hand, they were
Look at his
terribly
posture.
efficient, flighty,
They even got a
very
posture
jumpy
now.
and delicate.
Cool.
Ergo, you never take responsibility, and I never know where to find you next.
I know I drift off a bit sometimes, but all water raised the tube fares again, and they never announce it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold. We don't have time for your flights of fancy right now. There's important work afoot.
Oh, yeah.
Have you checked the blockage in the filter station yet? And did you need to feed the fish too?
Ah, yes. Those two. I'm on the case. Bye, Professor.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, I'm sure those are all my tasks for the day.
You seem to have waylaid your PDA. It really is a wonder you get anything done around here.
Ah, thanks, Professor. It's got a life of its own.
Strangely enough, I noticed you hadn't added your daily task list to it. And I don't want to have to remind you about them again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. So I access the list. It'll come back to me.
Just go to the 4 selection buttons.
Okay.
Cheeky.
Where were they again?
The upper right of the pad.
Ah, yeah. Top of the 4 buttons, right?
He winked at me.
Then I use the navigation knob to highlight, and then hit the bottom button.
Precisely.
Top of the 4 buttons. I got it. Talking about the video game controller. That's neat. That's neat. That's good. Yeah, that's good job.
Great. And it's the rightmost button to go back, right?
Indeed.
The B button.
Now hop to it.
Wow.
See you at the
They made it feel organic. That's the first game I've ever seen that's made it feel organic. Neat. Good for them. Easy to puzzle. I like puzzles. Don't like the controls. Not a fan of the controls. They're a little clunky and sluggish. Weird. Oh, that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Well, that's helpful. Let's go back to our to-do list and see if we can figure out how to do the things. I like them. Mario told me to clean the filter station like always. Mario reminded me to feed a fish. Which are things I know how to do. Which are things I know how to do.
Drat. It's out of food. Better ask Cyrus about this.
Dude, who? Is this Cyrus? You, Cyrus? See what I mean? Just like clunky. On the phone? Maybe? Call Cyrus on the phone? Is that what this is? No, it's not. That was not the thing that it was. Cool. We get to see this again because I hit the A button.
It's out of food. Better ask Cyrus about this.
Maybe Cyrus is downstairs. No, that's my room. Cool. Never mind then. Back out we go. Up the stairs again real slow. And clunky, and clunky, and chunky. We don't like it. It's slow. Can we walk out the door, please? Thank you. Who is Cyrus? Who is Cyrus? Where is Cyrus? Why did I run into that bucket? Sometimes control is too much. Oh, buddy, where do I go? Is there nothing for me to know here? Okay. Decrease the difficulty and turn on wall hacks. Yeah. This is, I need him to run. Oh. He hustled. Yeah! He hustled. Filtration pump. Woo! Pick up the pace, Brody. Oh. Good thing I know what I'm doing. I mean, if I was confused right now, it'd be pretty frustrating. If I didn't know exactly what I was doing right now, then whoo boy, would I be lost? Good thing I'm not. Let's see. I mean, what you got? You can't be serious. Did I do it? I mean, did I actually do something somewhat correct? No, I'm just navigating menus. Maybe I'm jumping ahead of the gun. Okay, to be quite frank, I don't know how to leave. I'm stuck. I'm stuck, dude. Oh no, I guess I just gotta press everything. We're in a bad spot, friends. We're in a bad spot. I can't do anything. Good job.
Clean as a whistle again.
Nailed it. Easy solve, dude. I don't know how anybody would ever get stuck there, to be frank. Okay, remember the run button is X. Good to know. All right, and now we go find Cyrus, which again, I know where he is, so this is easy. It's so easy because they tell you where all the characters are. They give you a map that's really easy to use in this one. Hey, yo, you look like Cyrus.
Hey, Cy.
Oh, hey, Harold.
Lucky
what's going?
me.
How's up?
Nailed it.
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and feed the filter station.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, given fish blood is such a good fertilizer, what the slow release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish.
I like his hat.
Taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Cy, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Sorry, Brad. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it.
I like his
I'll
shirt,
have to
too.
formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed. I'm working on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
But I mean, can fish even taste?
It's not just about taste, it's about nutrition. We want their gills to function optimally, don't we? And their pigments to express as vividly as possible, a bit like flowers.
Cy. New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it, promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks. I'll let you know what they think.
Oh, did you see that?
Was that fish real?
What?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, even if it wasn't, their methods are getting way more sophisticated lately.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to seeing what stunt they're going to pull next.
Me too. As long as I don't have to clean it up. Do you remember their first messages?
Yeah. Wasn't it something about Fedora not being able to take off being a conspiracy?
Yes, on all those little flyers. Handwritten, too. What did that fish message mean, do you think?
I guess something about exploring the planet?
Didn't it say what's out here?
Ooh, like they've hidden something?
Maybe they think the ocean is a conspiracy, too?
Well, this game just got a whole lot more curious. I don't know if it's if I'm like bought hook, line, and sinker on the plot here, but that sure is not at all what I was expecting. Got to give it to them. Got to give it to them. Was not expecting fish with banner. Nowhere. Oh,
Harold.
I'm so sorry. I really don't mean to be here.
You too.
I was just hoping to watch some Sun Tzu's Ashk. Got any idea how to work the old
You
Yeah, I think it's one
are a
of those
very interesting
all-water
person.
ad-only models.
looks like Mark Ribier's
Still be good for watching
Bizarro.
videos on TV, right?
Looks like
You really
Bizarro
don't
Ribier,
want
dude.
They'll just announce another tube price hike again.
Well, who knows? Diego from Health Services said he heard something about the reveal of something important.
Someone talking? Oh, he's watching like a telenovela.
What is Sun Tzu's Ash?
Yes, Sun Tzu's Aşk, Eternal Love. Best and only Turkish novella we have.
Telenovela! How about that? I literally nailed it.
Season 18 was bad, what with all the drama around Emery's cousin and whatnot. It's worth powering through to season 36, though. That's where the plot really thickens.
I'll try to
though?
check it out sometime.
What brings you to the lounge?
What brings you to the lounge anyway?
Would you guess that the tubes to the utility district and the social district are down again?
Strangely, yes. I can believe that. Does that mean school is out?
Yep. The Bambinos are happy, and I don't mind time off. But if it goes on much longer, they'll forget everything.
Won't they do their homework?
Maybe. The whole social district is off limits right now. So at least there won't be much else for them to do.
Is that why you're hanging out here?
Mostly. It's just kind of cozy here, though, you know?
I suppose it is.
Anyway, don't mind me, Harold.
Bye, Chris.
See you later, Harold. I'll be here if you want some company.
Okay, well, that was an accidental conversation entirely. We've done our chores. We got to go feed the fish. Mayfly says this seems to be a situation in a lot of indie titles these days. Cool aesthetics, but no thought to how players will perceive and interact with the world. Just because they, devs, know doesn't mean we will. Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely... Everybody's trying to make something that's totally unique. And I implore them, like, cool, keep on keeping on. But at the same time, we can't leave behind the, like, tenets of ludology and of actually making good game good. This is also a demo, so it could get way better.
Little fishy, your little dishy is now served. Okay, Harold Bot diagnostic report. Scanning. All
He's
tasks
quirky.
completed satisfactorily. Enjoyment evaluation minimal.
Wow,
Energy
Harold.
levels depleted.
You're so
Recharging
interesting.
required. Next destination, Agora Arcades.
Which, of course, we all know where Agora Arcades are. So this shouldn't take long at all to find. Get the tube there. Okay, hey, you know, actually that's more help than they've given me so far. Wrong. Didn't they say something about my tube card not working for 24 hours and I'm immediately able to go on tubes? I didn't mean to do that. I forgot. I thought it was the button to open the door. It's not. Can't see where the door is because it's not very well defined. Go. Okay, low key. Think it's just this way. Tis. All right, Agora Arcades.
Why isn't this working?
Good.
So typical. I suppose the ticket reactivation is still going to take a while.
Oh, now it doesn't work. It worked moments ago. I guess I was on her tab or something. So now I'm supposed to watch it, but where? I know Homeboy had a TV, but he's watching his telenovela, and I would hate to interrupt it. Does my room have a TV? No TV in the room. Maybe it is where the telenovela is.
Hello again.
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
Welcome to Checkpoint Church for nerds, geeks, and gamers.
I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
Playing through some Next Fest demos.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did, and we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. We'd be back on Earth, and where would that have got anyone? We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home. even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castletrop.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castletrop, the CEO of All Water Corporation.
You were in fact just introduced.
More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together, before we unveil the next step of that journey.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation.
Okay.
He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the Schlipmeyer Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation. And of course, 120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense, toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
That would be better luck.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes, we're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right, the buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure. Makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? Before this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exactamundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch.
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buona notte, Chris.
Buona notte, Harold.
All right, that is where it saves, and that is probably where we're going to wrap it. I'm going to go back to my...
Please remember, the all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Get snug, not stranded.
Really fascinating world building, super curious, weird planet mystery, sort of. I'm not totally sold on the story yet, but I think it's fascinating enough. The art style is fascinating enough. The gameplay not my favorite thing that has ever existed, but that doesn't mean that it can't get there. It just means it's not quite there yet. But you know, we might be able to make it work. So time will tell.